and he drove the fastest milk car in the West. Hey, welcome back to the Vault. If you're of a certain age, in August 1994, were you listening to this album? Of course, this band went on to become huge, went straight to number one in the UK album charts. Only got to 58 in the Billboard Top 200, but yes, they had a troubled kind of relationship with America to begin with, but that all changed 30 years later when they did it all over again. However, have you ever listened to, owned this album? I don't know if this ever charted. I'd love to hear from anyone who knows if this album, Stay Loaded by Motorcaster, ever charted. Um, this was released the exact same week as Definitely Maybe by Oasis. And yet, how many of you have heard of these versus these? So, Motorcaster are the feature of the first podcast with Ryan Hamilton and myself, where we go back and listen to demo tapes lost to time from the 1990s and sometimes the 80s as well. Motorcaster could have been huge. They were on Interscope, they had vinyl releases on Interscope and also their homegrown label Blaster Platter. And I'd just like to read you a review that came out just after the release of this album, which just indicates that they could have been the next big contender alongside Oasis. Very grungy, very kind of indie. But yeah, this is what Lollipop magazine, still going, had to say as a review by Paul Lee. And I just think this is brilliant. It says, been walloped over my noggin. Musically, that is. Trust me, this doesn't usually happen to me, but after checking this disc out, I was seeing stars and great big Marshall amps swimming around in my head. The guilty party was Motorcaster, and they call their new bombastic blast Stay Loaded. Hell, who needs to get loaded with stuff like this? Roaring through your ears. Forget about punk weenies like Green Day. Motorcaster is just the punk-tated band to put them back into their daycare centres. Dissing Green Day and bigging up Motorcaster, previously known as Motorola. Um, if you like the sound of that, is a little bit of a snippet from the demo. But yeah, go check out the podcast. We really hope that you like it.